And so let's talk a little bit about again the air travel part of it, right? And so in Europe, let's say, because I understand that you toured with this in Italy, in Spain, and then Sweden. And so that was all plane travel between the three?
Yeah, they were all plane travel, and interestingly enough, the planes were tiny. And, you know, as you can imagine, the space, the overhead luggage space was even smaller. So this backpack where the guitar fits into just barely fit in there. And, you know, so if that barely fit in there, you knew a full-size guitar wasn't coming anywhere close.
Right.
Our bass player who travels with a full-size guitar, he's been checking his bass kind of left and right, especially with the smaller planes. So, yeah, it's been a pleasure to, you know, even on the tiny planes, just be able to, you know, squeeze it.
Yeah.
And boom, you're ready to go. And no, you know, it used to be a very emotional time of like boarding the plane and having these people give you a hard time of like, you can't bring your instrument on. And it's like, this is my livelihood, you know, I've got to be able to do it. And now that has completely been eliminated. There's no more back and forth. They're just like, okay, boarding pass, you're on.
Yeah.
So it's really taken a lot of stress out of traveling. It's just brought a new level of joy into traveling, frankly, because you know, another aspect is you show up to the gig and you have to perform. You gotta really be able to play. And you know, it's really questionable if your own full-size instrument is gonna make the task, you know, arriving to wherever your destination is, or if a backline instrument is even gonna be up to par. Frankly, in my experience, often they're just not. They may be okay in their own right, but they're usually not set up to your liking or what have you. So it's been nice to not have to even like, you know, depend on or rely on backline.
Sure. So, so oftentimes, I mean, I guess one of the values here would be it's your guitar and it's always with you, so you don't have to have the added stress of, okay, yeah, is it a good backline guitar or is it a crappy backline guitar?
Sure.
So I'm guessing of all the, you know, all the things that could add stress, this is just one less.
Yeah, exactly. And you know, as much as I love the music business, it naturally can have a little bit of a side order of stress attached to it sometimes. I try to keep that as far out of my, you know, my world as possible. But you know, to not allow extra stress from, you know, travel, you know, with, as we've been saying, with a full-size instrument can definitely be a little stressful in various ways. So it's been a joy to not have to deal with that anymore. And